Hello and welcome to this full moon in Capricorn third card reading. I'll be using astrology here in the beginning while I'm picking your cards. You can always use the timestamps if you want to skip this step. But let's get into this information. So this will be the first full moon of the summer season, known as the strawberry moon by Native Americans, symbolizing the ripening of wild strawberries and reminding us to return to what truly works and to be original in our approach. We don't need to replace everything constantly. Moderation is enough. Keeping successful practices from previous generations will be very helpful at this time. It might be a good time to set goals, strive diligently towards them, and embrace a more disciplined strategy to achieve your objectives. We're entering the sign of Cancer, opposite to Capricorn, creating a perfect combination of yin and yang. Our emotional needs and material ambitions is the hot energy topic of this month. This signifies a balance between our families and public responsibilities. Work and family can be successful if we maintain the grounded nature of the sign Capricorn while also cultivating emotional intelligence to connect more deeply with our loved ones. Inner reflection on where we are headed is now brought to our attention, and we will be having the motivation to pursue our longings. So stay true to yourself and invest your time and energy wisely is crucial at this time, because we tend to receive more of what we invest in. So make wise choices is essential. Even if we aim to escape challenging situation, a realistic approach is needed. It reminds us to work systematically towards a positive outcome. Acknowledging that reaching the peak may require some time, and to feel content emotionally, knowing that the universe will never harm you and that you are truly in the perfect place where you need to be. The small daily efforts will pay off in the long run. Trust in that. There are changes related to the government now, and if we can focus on the bigger picture without getting caught up in it all, surely we will spend our energy wisely. A reminder, even if there might be power struggles ahead, there is a sense of harmony and that we're all one big cosmic family playing different roles. If we observe it all from a higher perspective, we will attract better outcomes and enjoy life more fully. Slow and steady wins the race, and it is all about that journey, not the end destination. So the signature of this energy is hardness versus softness. And the most favorable signs will be Capricorn, Cancer, Leo, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Connecting planets are Saturn, Moon, Jupiter, Mars, and the Sun. And the potential here is giving compliments, uplifting each other will make it worthwhile. Remember, breakthroughs are gradual development over an extended duration. So maintain a balance between opposing forces, acknowledging the equal validity of both sides. Keywords are responsibility, practicality, discipline, ambition, fulfillment, structure, achievement, realism, family, grounded, emotion. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in this next step when we are revealing the energies of the cards that has been picked. I see you there. Hello everyone, and welcome to Dimensions of Love tarot card reading for this full moon in the sign of Capricorn. We are entering Cancer season, and we are leaving our Geminis. Not quite yet, but we are right in that season shift. So this is our first summer full moon, which is interesting. I want to first thank you all for being here that are returning subscriber. Your energy is always present here in these readings. And if you are new here, thank you for being here. This sharing is of love. I have been guided from spirit to do tarot card readings in this way. So this is just channeled from spirit to me, how I'm supposed to, from the setting and the layout to how we read the cards. Everything is channeled, and it is always from higher dimensions and of love, from my spiritual teams and ancestors to your spiritual teams and ancestors. We are connected here together, and everything might not resonate, but it might be you, your energy, or the energy connected to you. So you can be connected to families and family patterns, or someone just not willing to release your energy. So keep that in mind. And we are connecting because everything that's been shared here at some point has been felt, both from me and for you. It's resonating because we're connecting in the story and the same thing. So there's no coincidence that you're here, nor is it a coincidence that you're watching this if you just clicked on this. Remember, it's always timeless, but if you are returning and you're following this series, then this is definitely your energy here and a continuation for you guys. And if you want to subscribe, that will make the energies more focused on all that are subscribing. Okay? So I just want to say that to begin with. And always, this is a sharing of love. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind for someone else. This is always free and from love. And if I'm receiving any downloads, then I'm going to say them in whenever it happens in the reading, if it happens. And I also want to say I will warn for trigger warnings if it is, but otherwise I'm just the messengers delivering. What do they say? Don't shoot the messengers. Yeah, I'm just delivering the messages, and my intentions are pure and of love. So there is nothing from the lower worlds that I am transmitting here, because I just want this to be a growth for you and to help you. So let's just tune in to your energy here. So what I'm feeling here, collective that's been selected here in the middle of the whole reading, I just want to take a little moment for this card. The message from the angels is very clear here, and it is the biggest energy in the whole reading, reminding you that there is something that needs to be let go of. So this full moon and this full moon to the next full moon, so the whole this whole month moving forward to July, or whenever you reach this, it will be the month ahead, okay? There's some patterns in your subconscious that has been repeating themselves, and some of them are not serving you, or they have served you in the past and have served you for a long time because your spirit team really wanted you to stay with it, so you can really extract the complete lesson of this patterns that has been happening, so they don't reappear again, so to speak. So this is a good energy happening for you here, and because we've been having Cancer and Capricorn in their opposites, we are also dealing with these two energies of very much emotional, okay, and also being methodical and moving forward with strength, okay, but not being too stubborn, because you have to be emotional intelligent enough to release it and let it flow, just like water, just like Cancer, just like the sign of Cancer just flows and is very feminine. So these patterns that has been going on for a very long time for you guys, I feel like you've been going through this a long time. That's how it feels, and it's finally just Spirit is saying, it kind of feels like finally it is ending. It's been very difficult, and I feel for some of you there's been so much suppressed emotionally of something that you're supposed to say because of Mercury here, and I was just focused on this light that he has there on his throat. So something with the throat here, I don't know why that just the Spirit is making me just put my intention there. But what I want to say here, that these patterns are finally ending, and you have very powerful, you guys, I have to say, you have so much power in your subconscious, how you perceive things. Maybe spiritual experience are not perceived how they're supposed to first, but after a while, when it sits with you, you kind of have a deeper understanding. I'm just getting this of your subconscious being very fast with different things happening without your even knowledge, and then it kind of comes afterwards and clicks in. It's a very beautiful, and I just want to say here with this energy, just this Hades and underworld energy is very, it can feel very rough. You can kind of, maybe this full moon, for some of you, you can feel, because the emotions are heightened and we are in Cancer season, and this whole reading is pointing to your emotions, to feel your emotions completely. So when this maybe happens and you can feel it in the body, where the body will tense, or maybe you will have a hard time breathing, like you will feel it. They're kind of giving it to me. It will be physically like starting to sweat, like you will think that something's happening, and Spirit wants you to know it's okay. It's just these subconscious patterns that are being released, and it is manifesting in the body. And because you can feel it so intensely, it will be manifesting very clearly to you guys. So I want you to know that, and don't be afraid of it, or just kind of let it happen. Stay with it. Don't judge it to be something bad or freak out about it. Just let it just flow through you. Okay? As always, I'm doing this with the Good Tarot. I'm studying these cards, and she has so many great, like she wrote it so perfectly, and you guys got the number 6 again. With Gemini, we have a lot of communication, and we have a lot of family, which will be one aspect of this season happening, and the other aspect is your work. So I'm going to read with this card from the book, and I want you to take with you whatever it is that you need to take from this, okay? So, love, oneness. In all of life, there's only the illusion of separation. In fact, we're all reflections of one another. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. What if every choice I make is about an experience, a sharing, and an exploring? When I choose to see the unity in all things, magic abounds. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. So this message is great. And with the card 6, again, we have Gemini, and we have love, and we have the opposite. So you're uniting yourself very clearly here. You have these two aspects of you that are being united, and they are cohesively working together in balance here. Because I feel like you've been off your balance, my beautiful ones. You've been so out of balance because all of this happening, and it's your subconscious, so it's not something that you can do anything about it, as in if you physically do something about it, it will be easier. But this has been so much subconsciously that you couldn't do anything about it, just sit with it, and that can be very, very difficult sometimes. So this self-love that has developed out of this whole situation for you, I love this for you guys, because when we look at this card with the Lilith and reclaim your power, I'm feeling here so strongly for you that, you know, Lilith, she doesn't take any BS from no one, okay? She is ruling her darkness, and she can speak up for herself. And I feel like you've been bullied both from your families, and I can relate to you, and I know how that feels. And it's so difficult when that happens, when your own loved ones are against you, or they say hurtful things. And maybe for them it won't be so hurtful, but you have a deep emotional intelligence, and it hits you differently because you're sensitive to higher frequencies. And it's not just that simple for you, but you've been just such a champ and not doing anything, just listening to this. And now you're putting your foot down because you've given yourself this self-love. You've been developing this. We've been talking about this many months before that. It's been growing. I feel like it's been growing so much on you. You've been growing in strength, and it's so beautiful. And you should really be proud of yourself here and see the progress that you've made. And I feel like there is no bully that can really say anything anymore. You're putting your foot down. You're acknowledging, like, you're hurting my feelings and you need to stop that. And you're setting these boundaries, which you've been doing here for many months now. You know, it's difficult. Sometimes you can set a boundary and someone oversteps it, even if you've made it clear. Because some people, if they have interference in their frequency and they have other entities interfering in them, of course they're not going to understand when they are interfering into yours. But you're mastering your darkness, so you can see that this person has a lot of issues and entity attachments and a lot of things going on, which is preventing them from really seeing what they're doing. So you're being patient, but you're also putting your foot down. And I love this. Bravo. All to you. Empower yourself. Stay in that power. Okay? Because this is very, very beautiful. And no one can silence you, really. You really are just, you're just such a force here. I love this with Lilith energy for you guys in this full moon. And we are in Capricorn. Capricorn is like the devil card. So it's very your dark side. Not in a negative way, but in a beautiful way where it's balanced and it has its boundaries set up, which is beautiful. So, and we got the card full moon on the other side here as your moon card, which is just this harvest of fruit and your hard work. So what you're being asked here with the full moon, I wrote down that you are taking action and looking at your past achievements. So in the past, it's been a lot of manifestation. Here again, with your subconscious that you're manifesting, this theme is repeating itself here again. So what the full moon here is asking with this third eye, I'm being drawn to your third eye. So some of you have your third eye activating from time to time. It can feel like a little pressure here for you. But what is going on here is that you're being asked of your manifestation. So sometimes we don't have to say everything to everyone. And this includes these family members or these people that are around you that feel like family. You know, you can have friends that feels also like family, but you're being asked here, you don't have to say your everything that you desire or that you want. If you want to manifest something, don't even say it. Let it just happen naturally. That is what you're being asked to. And also, if you haven't done it, if you haven't put in the work and nothing is showing in your reality that you're achieving something and that you are receiving anything from your manifestation, then you're being asked to, again, in a kind way, like this Lilith, like the dark mother, to embrace yourself and just ask yourself, what could I have done better? Okay, because if you did the work, which I feel many of you have, you will have those manifestations, but don't speak of them, just let them happen. And again, if you're in Capricorn season now, you're going to be methodical and work towards your goals, okay? Step by step. If you have been doing the steps here, they will manifest, even if it's difficult. Of course, we get setback in these energies, but even if it's difficult and you still push through, you're still going to get your manifestation, and everything that you need will be provided for you because of the self-love and the growth here, okay? Because this is definitely harvest, and this is so much of subconscious and of patterns. So many energies are at play at this point. So sometimes we can't do anything about some situations. Some situations are meant to be, okay? We cannot shift them and change them. That's what manifestation also teaches us, that we cannot push if it's not meant to be, but we can put an effort in, and then always Spirit will always provide so many more steps if we just show ourselves and the willingness to move forward. So you have the last quarter moon in Scorpio and also the last quarter moon in Aries. I mean, the last step, see, in your subconscious, like you are, both of the cards, both of the moon cards, we got the last quarter moon in Scorpio and Aries, okay? Aries is the starter of the sign, okay? It's the fire, it's moving forward, and Scorpio is dwelling in to the subconscious, okay? To the dark aspects of ourselves that we haven't looked into, okay? So this is very beautiful, and both of the cards are showing the last step. I love this, okay? So here with the Scorpio, that again, you get an extra reminder here from the full moon here. It's like a double confirmation. You don't have to say a manifestation to everyone, because if it is family members, for some of you, I feel it's family members, and you keep saying, oh, I'm going to manifest this and this is going to go like that, and they're kind of sabotaging you because, you know, it can be jealousy, it can just be that they don't believe or see it the way that you see it, so they just say, oh, like it's not going to work like that, it doesn't go, and then they're kind of ruining your manifestations. So some things are not meant to be said, so don't say them. Just keep on moving forward without saying all of your parts, because I mean, Scorpio is very deep and has very deep inner secrets, and there are things that you might have done in the past where are very, very deep. You don't have to reveal them, okay? It's okay. Spirit, your higher self is listening to you. There is a loving power that's always there. You don't have to feel like you have to say it. Some say that it's good if you talk about it, yeah, but in this case, you're being asked from Spirit, there's certain things that you're not supposed to say. And I think that you're going to feel what those are because you've been working so much on your self-improvement. The last quarter moon, working through your feelings. See, again, we're being emphasized here with the self-love and these feelings. So you have a lot of feelings here. And I wrote down here in my meditation, I felt like when it's hard to manifest when feelings of emotion we got hurt, okay? When we get hurt and we have that feeling with us, it makes it difficult to manifest. It really does. It becomes like a hindrance because you don't allow yourself to feel that hurt. You're just brushing it off. Yeah, it's okay, they're doing that, they're ignorant. Yeah, that's true in an aspect, that is true, but it's also valid Okay, it's also valid to feel your feelings. So I'm even trying to teach my kids, like, feel your feelings. I just feel this vibration right now of, you have to feel your feelings. You have to sometimes put your foot down and say, no, that's not okay. Just for you to express that so you can move forward. Again, your manifestation is going to be so much more powerful, and you have a lot of manifestation power. I mean, in this whole reading, it's so much manifestation power for you guys. So you're going to manifest this summer is going to be like, I don't know what you're manifesting or what's going to happen, because it feels very surprising since it's from the subconscious here. Whatever it's ending, when this is ending and something new is coming in, you're going to see those golden nuggets keep appearing in your reality. Trust me here, okay? Because this is just so beautiful. And you're just at the end of those stages. But again, to acknowledge your feeling and to feel them, because it's all about this balance of the yin and yang, okay? Working hard on your goals and just loving what you're doing. For many of you down here, to share your art with the world, whatever it is that you're doing. If you're writing a novel, it doesn't matter how silly it might be, or if your family or your friends or even a loved one is saying that, oh, it's not a big deal, you know, you don't have to make a big deal of it. The Spirit is saying yes, because everything that we do can actually provide and help and inspire someone else, even if it inspires one person, okay? For me, I don't care how many look at these videos. If it's one, it counts for me. To if it was 10,000, it wouldn't matter. It honestly wouldn't, because it is this feeling of sharing and helping. Okay, so that is my creativity here that I am providing. So whatever it is that you're providing here, it's art or whatever it is, it's going to help someone else in a tremendous way. So you really need to share this, and don't get stuck on this perfectionism that it has to be perfect and it's not there yet. And just share it, and you will be acknowledged from people that will enjoy it, and you're going to continue to do more, because that's the whole point of sharing, you know. So continue to do this, whatever it is. This is a strong message for someone that's very creative. Just continue, okay? It doesn't matter how silly it is. I do a lot of different things on my channel. I do from singing, I do from this tarot card readings, and I do channeling. So I do a lot of different things, but I never judge them. And my whole point of making these channels when I started was to show an authentic self, that everything doesn't start perfect. Everything starts shaky, and that's okay. We shouldn't wait for that perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. Just let it be the way it is, okay? This is your message for you. And again, we're communicating a lot here. Mercury entered Cancer on the 17th, and it will be there till the 2nd of July. 2nd July. Yeah, so the mind influenced by emotional and subconscious patterns. This is a reminder again. And maybe you're also dealing with a Gemini here very strongly, but it is up in the mind, and it's getting your weight off your chest. So again, speaking of these emotions, you hurt me, you made me feel like that, to open that conversation, to say those words, to release yourself from them, okay? To release this burden. And you have this communication that's very beautiful, because Mercury is in Cancer, and Cancer is very home, and it's very lovely. So in this way, we can connect also. We can come closer to one another when we explain that this made me feel this way, and that's why this happened, so we can understand one another. This is what is going to bring a lot of relationships here within your lives closer together, and it is beautiful. But again, it has to be this openness and this willingness to not maybe understand the whole picture, but at least to try to feel whatever needs to be felt. Because again, emotions come and go. All of these are just arising and then dissolving. So we don't have to put too much thought of it. But since you're working with the subconscious mind, it's important to clear it out, because you're definitely ending something. You're at the end of this subconscious patterns that are very stuck there, okay? So, but you have this unique way to observe energy and just information. You're just sucking up so much information very fast and very differently. I feel like you guys, you're so different in the way that your subconscious is reading information. It's it's so different. Whatever it is that you're doing creative with it, just continue to do it because it's awesome. And the card here with the sacred vision, we have choose to forgive in order to heal. So see the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Here with the Miriams, I feel like this is a mirroring. Everything is mirroring. Everything that you're seeing, again, just like Capricorn and Cancer are each other's opposite, everything that you see is a mirror of yourself. So when you look at someone else, you're actually looking at you. You're seeing something of yourself there. And if we can acknowledge this, if we can stay in the higher frequencies of acknowledging that all is one, all is love, and there's something in this other that I am watching that is actually inside of me. And it might not be there because you wanted it to be there. It might be a pattern that is, again, very subconsciously, but still it is there and it wants to be acknowledged. So whoever you see that is mirroring, try to be forgiven. And also, again, for many of you here, I was being drawn to this flower, and I wrote down with this flower, I thought it was a tiger lily, but then I look it up and it was white lily, and I wonder, why did I get tiger lily with this beautiful flower? And again, it was the white lily with the purity and the tiger lily with the pride. So don't let your pride get in the way. It's very beautiful to have the pride and to have this joy and to have this power, because that was what I was being drawn to, this flower. But at the same time, to have that white lily that's pure, that's innocent, to keep those two in balance and to let them balance each other. It's just so beautiful. And for many of you, I have to say here, with this love card and what came up in my meditation, and this is for some of you, I have to say that you're being connected, because this is also a very religious here. So maybe you've had this pattern subconsciously saying that what you did, whatever it is that you did here with the Scorpio energy, is that it wasn't pure. It's not pure. I want you to remember, God never condemned you, okay? Whatever it is that you want to call it, universe, consciousness, God, however you feel comfortable using the word, ultimate love never condemned you, okay? Whatever it is that happened here, and you don't have to share it with anyone. But what Spirit wants to remind you here is that this is being dissolved, okay? You're not punished for that. There's nothing that you have to think about in the past that defines you today. You can be whatever you want to be now. That has nothing to do with what you did in the past. It doesn't justify that you're better or you're worse, okay? So there's a very strong pattern here of not feeling that you're good enough, or just in your subconscious. This doesn't have to be very conscious. This is in your subconscious here, for many of you, that this religion thing that was put into you, or that you grow up with, that it was filthy, whatever it is, that you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to suppress it. You can just feel it and you can release it, okay? And know that you don't have to hold on to this, okay? This is the most important thing that I'm getting with the Miriams here. You're finally overcoming this grief that you have from this religion of just not being good enough. You are good enough. You're more than good enough, okay? You can let go of that patterns. So for some of you, that just was very strong and needed to come through, because I feel like you've worked through a lot of layers when it comes to your religious connection in that way. So as always, I always want to do extra cards to pull them like this. This was your energy. So the main energy is the subconscious here, very clearly for you guys. But I'm going to just put some cards on the cards and just see what happens, what additional message needs to come through here. So I'm asking higher dimensional beings, angels, spirit guides, connecting to everyone that is watching these videos right now. What do they need to see and what do they need to know? What do they need to see and what do they need to know? Give me the cards. Connecting to my viewer. 7 of Pentacles. A steady growth. Let's just keep on going. A steady growth with a new idea. Okay, fire, look at that. In your third eye, showing yourself love and getting something in return. I love this. This is a gift from spirit. This is a gift from spirit. This is truly a gift from spirit. 8 of Pentacles. Careful not... Okay, so you feel... Don't be overwhelmed with feelings here. And don't burn yourself out, okay? This is a very strong message, because as a Capricorn energy, you are just working, okay? And if you're doing a lot of things with your family, this can collide into... It can become too much. I'm being drawn to the moons again, so work with the moon cycles, okay? Work with the cycles with the water inside of you. Some of you drink water. Obviously, it's summer season, but someone needed to hear that. Drink your water. That's a reminder from spirit. Here, Knight of Swords. See, you're moving fiercely forward here, okay? You're just, oh my goodness. With the Lilith and your darkness here, you got to be careful, okay? Because your tongue, when you're communicating, is very sharp, okay? And these energies or these people, they don't understand it in the same way. So when you say it, just try to, I would just say, try to say it softly. Don't say it too harshly, because you might not even say it harshly, but your energy is very big. So when you say it, it sounds very harsh. It can be very harsh to them. So it's not that you're supposed to be soft to them. Just, yes, say it, but just be careful. But you're definitely moving forward, okay? Mentally, you are finally getting more clear here. Okay, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. See, so this has been so slow. It's like a slow and steady win, okay? This is like the slowest night out of all. And you're having the nights. So you're like, I mean, this is a young energy. You're shifting into something else. This is between 20 to 35 years old of energy of just really moving forward, okay? This is a very young energy. So it doesn't matter how old you are here. You have this... You have a lot of fire inside of you, okay? No matter what sign you are, you have a strong fire and a desire that is burning and just moving you forward. And that's why this has been a slow, steady, but it was meant to be like this from spirit. You see, with the 7 of Pentacles, it's growing slow. You've grown from the ground, so you were in the darkness. When you feel like you were buried, you were not buried. You were planted, okay? You were not buried. You thought you were buried, but you weren't. You were planted, okay? That darkness became a very beautiful place, because when you bloom into the light, you really came into full power. So this, I love this. Or for some of you, you're about to happen. It's about to happen. I don't know where you are in your journey. I'm just reading the energy. 5 of Pentacles. So you're finally coming out of these difficulties. See, your harvest and everything that you've been working towards finally is paying off. You're coming out of these difficulties, of this lack. And all of this lack has reflected back on your self-confidence, okay? So it all ties back to the subconscious, to the self-confidence, to how these energies were speaking to you, whether it's family members, friends, or just bullying. I've been a part of that bullying thing. It's just, I don't like bullies at all. And remember that they're always weaker. And when someone bullies you, it's because they haven't reached where you are reaching and you're not stopping. So definitely don't stop. Just keep on going. And know that these difficulties are over. You're coming out of it. You're finally finding those keys that you need. So look at your past achievements. So even if it was lack, look at what you gained. Because you gain, I feel some of you, you've got things that were good, like in your manifestation. It doesn't matter if you just got a little bit money or you just got lucky on a deal. Wherever it was, Spirit really wants you to count those as achievements, because this is subconscious. It's not going to shift at once, okay? And there needs to be patient here, just like when we are growing something, a seed, there needs to be patient. But you're coming out of it, and you have had many great moments that has entered. For many of you, you've had a lot of great moments, and you keep forgetting them, and Spirit is really asking you to remember them, especially this month, okay? You need to acknowledge them. Okay, that was too many, so I'm going to turn them. Let's just keep going here. See what wants to come out here more. Queen of Swords. See, so again, this is a widow energy, this is a grieving energy. So you've been really grieving, or if you've had a very toxic woman energy, female energy, just a religious, for some of you it's a religious woman that has been like condemning you, that you're not good enough, or when you do that, how are people gonna view you, and subconsciously got stuck with you, okay? For some of you, this is very specific for some of you. For others of you, it's still there, closing in your heart, because when we get hurt too much, we just close in the heart, and then we're just very hard on the surface, and we're not letting anyone enter, okay? And you need to let that love flow, okay? Just like the heart in the cup down there in the corner, she needs to open it up. Like, don't jail in your heart. Open your heart. Yes, it was grievance. Yes, it was difficulties. Again, just stay in that purity and stay in that pride, but a beautiful pride, okay? Being proud of yourself, of coming through all of that. Okay, here would share with the world. What does the viewer need to see and know here for this full moon? Thank you. The wheel. Look at that. Oh my God. You're going to have an upswing. So whatever it is, where you're showing it, you know, like you all of a sudden got a million clicks or million views, and, you know, whatever the young ones are calling it now, but still it's the same energy. It's like an opening door of whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you're getting painting supplies for free. Someone gives you something. You find a canvas that someone just gave away. Just something here is going, again, to be something that is manifesting for you to show you that your luck is changing. This is very beautiful. You're working with beautiful energy here. And I see a lot of round circles, a lot of round circles. It's so much energy of the feminine aspect, this roundness, so this kindness. I feel like you're being, whether you're male or female, you're being very kind to yourself in a different way. Let's see here with Mercury. Is there anything more for the viewer here? Two of Wands. Yeah, you're contemplating the next action that you need to take, okay? Because are you moving away from this energy? Are you communicating and then finding out that, okay, I'm not supposed to be with these people or speak to them more because they're not respecting what I'm saying here and feeling? So whatever it is that you feel that you need to do here, just stay there and just take a moment to rest in that, okay? Even if we're supposed to take action for this month, and we have to work with both our social setting with our families and doing all of these gatherings at the same time as we are in our community settings, in our working space, you have both of those aspects very strongly here. So in your reading, you're just being reminded here again to keep those two in balance and have them equally and have this beautiful communication, because your cards are looking great here. This is in the subconscious. So if you can find your time to just rest, take a moment and give yourself this boost of how far you've come to reach where you actually are right now, that will be very much beneficial for you, okay? So these are your messages for this full moon. I hope that these messages helps you to move forward in your journey. I thank you all for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes, for looking at this. This is a sharing of love, and I hope that it moves you forward to whatever it is that you want to achieve and what you're meant to do here. So as always, have a beautiful day. Sending love your way, everyone. Bye.